Here with manager Allinson after a 2-1 defeat to Stourbridge. Playing the second in the league, do you think it was a fair result?
I thought it was probably after the Lord Mayor show, to be honest with you. I thought we were absolutely terrible tonight. We just didn't look like we had anything about us. We had no energy. Spoke to the boys about how important it would be to do things properly, and we've taken a 1-0 lead into half time. And I don't really think there was anything between the sides. As their manager just said to me, it probably could have gone either way at the same time. Probably a draw would have been a fair result. Full credit to Stourbridge. You know, they've come here, they've done a job tonight, and congratulations to them on the victory. Because I felt that the individual battles tonight, I felt they just wanted that little bit more, and that ain't us. You know, we didn't turn them tonight. We played slowly. We didn't pass the ball quick enough. We didn't get bodies around Joe. We had no pace in the wide areas. I mean, just to kick off with 10 men because one of our players at half time still in the change rooms. It's just the whole night's just a shambles, to be honest with you. And that starts with me. It starts with the coaching team. That's down to us to sort out. But I knew it was going to be really difficult to get the boys going after such a good performance on Sunday. But no excuses tonight. We weren't good enough.
As you mentioned, we never really started. How big a factor did Sunday's match play?
As Brett said it there, he played for Hitchin for 4 years, and they played Saturday, Monday for 2 or 3 years. So it's a bad day at the office. You know, I've just spoke to them in there. I've told them, you know, got to keep their heads up. They've got to keep going because we've got to go and perform on Saturday now, and I'm expecting a reaction. They need to have a rest on Thursday because they're tired. You know, the bonus for me tonight, I thought Solomon again was outstanding, the kid. I thought Jordan Gent had a very good debut, but just disappointing. 2 or 3 others, I thought we were off it tonight.
You just mentioned Jordan. He came in for Tommy in the back four. Can you just talk us through this decision? Yeah,
I mean, we've got 3 good centre halves now. We've got such a busy period. We have to change over the next 3 or 4 games, the next 3 or 4 weeks. Tommy's on 4 bookings. David Longking's on 4 bookings, so it's really important. We've got 3 good centre halves. I don't think he's put a foot wrong tonight, the lad. Both the goals have come down the left hand side with Mills, very good player. He's got a penalty, very dubious penalty. I think it's a foul on Ben Worcester beforehand. And then he's nipped in, and our centre half swears it's not a penalty. Referees give it, go up the other end, the hands all over Jordan Gent, not give a penalty. Speak to the referee after, they said he should have given it. It's no good to me now, is it? You know, at the end of the day, he should have given it at the time because it was a blatant penalty. That's football's fine lines. We've had a bit of luck this year, and tonight we haven't had it. And as I say again, full credit to Stourbridge.
Talking about penalties, there was an appeal in our end in the Stourbridge box. Can you
just clear cut. The lad's arms all over Jordan. He can't jump. If anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick. Linesman said it was a penalty, but didn't give it because the referee was staring at him. The referees told me after it was a penalty, but hasn't give it. But that's football. At the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about that. It's fine lines. We've had 1 penalty all year, so obviously we're not getting the luck they've had. I think that's about the 6th or 7th they've had this year. But it is what it is. You know, the pleasing thing, as bad as we were tonight, I think we've matched a very good side. But I thought we were awful at times.
First half was pretty even, us going ahead. Do you think the second half, do you think it was a case of us not turning up, or do you think it was Stourbridge going into an upper gear?
No, I just think that, as I said to you, we're kicking off with 10 men because one of our players is still in the in the changing room. That summed up the whole night for me. And well, listen, we brought young Bradley on and he's got us up the pitch, and we had a few corners from that and worked hard. Again, I spoke to the manager there. There wasn't a great deal in the game. There really wasn't. I just don't think we were at it tonight. And you play second in the league, you have to be at it. They've missed out on a great chance tonight to put themselves back in the playoffs. They know it, and we need a massive reaction on Saturday now.
It's going into the FA Trophy. We drew Wildstone yesterday. What are your feelings on it?
It's a tough game. You know, it's at the back of my mind at the moment. I watched them a couple of weeks ago at Hemel, very good side. I get on very, very well with their manager. It's going to be a really hard game. And listen, we perform like we did tonight, we'll get beat 6 or 7, and that's no lie because they're that good. But we won't perform like that because players have raised their game, but they should have raised their game tonight. People had opportunities tonight to show me what they can do and being outside. And Macca weren't here tonight, Brooksy weren't here because they booked a trip away before this game got penciled in. They've had a great night, the pair of them, because they're needed now for Saturday because we missed their energy massively.
Brilliant.
Cheers.